Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. Today I'm going to show you how to do a transparent black stain on a flame maple top Stratocaster. Okay, so that's kind of a misnomer. It's probably not all going to be today. but what we're going to do is we're going to get started with, we're going to get this Strat body. It's been prepped already and we're going to dye it black. And then we're going to show you some of the steps that we use to make it look cool. Alright, so when our good buddy Jim Fuller from Rifle Dynamics was out to pick up his double neck Super Strat, I very cunningly had him work on a project that I knew he would dig, and that is this, it's a drop top maple Strat, because he said he wanted a hardtail, so that's what this is going to be. This has an 1/8 inch slightly figured maple top, and he has decided that he wants to go for a finish like this. Now this is a Warmoth guitar, and what it is it's a black transparent stain that's been sanded off and then has a little bit of a black burst around the edge here. So that's going to look really cool on this maple. Now in the picture that's probably like a 3A maple top. This is definitely not a 3A maple top, but it's still going to look really cool, and I'm going to show you how we arrive at a finish very similar to that. I got my Strat body. I got my, I've got some aniline dye. This is a lot of purple and a lot of black mixed into some alcohol that you buy at the grocery store. I got some rubber gloves and I got a little towel. Now, that's all we really need to get rolling here. So let's see. This, I wiped this body down with some acetone to make sure there wasn't any oil and stuff on there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a rectal exam. Now I am going to wipe some of this purpley black on the body. Let me move the camera. All right, so what's going on in the in that transparent black top is they wipe the black aniline dye on here, and then they sand a bunch of it off. So we're going to go ahead and wipe the black on now. What's going to happen is it's going to sink into some bits of this grain, and it's going to not sink in so much to other bits of the grain. And yeah, I think a transparent black was a good idea because there's some dark streaks in this body, and that will kind of homogenize a lot of those little patches of darker and lighter wood. Now if you get a real wowie zowie top, you know, then I don't know, black still looks cool. Didn't you ever see Smokey and the Bandit? Shit, man, same idea. Alright, so that should do it. We're going to let that sit for a half hour or so, and then we're going to sand it back. And what's going to happen is all these streaky dark patches are going to look still as black as it does now, but the rest of the guitar will be a little whiter. Okay, so we've let this sit for about an hour, and now we're ready to grind some of it, the black off, and hopefully all the stuff that's in the softer bits of wood will still stay with the darker black color, and the rest will all get sanded off. This guitar was sanded to 220 when I first started, so I'm going to attack it with a 220 disc on my orbital. One thing I want to tell you guys about is that this body has an 1/8 inch top. I would not recommend what I'm about to do. Oh, sorry. I would not recommend what I'm about to do on a veneer top because it's so much thinner even than this. So let's get started. Now we're just going to use some mineral spirits to wipe off some of this stuff. And you can see the grains start to pop out a little bit. Probably want to do a little bit more sanding, but the idea is to keep everything even and not sand too much in one spot and not enough in the other. Okay, so as you can see, we've applied dye to this and we've sanded it back a couple times. I went ahead and put my round over on here, and I got the output jack hole cut in there. What I like to do now is I like to put it on and then wipe a bunch of it off. and it kind of lets all the grain pop through for that one last time. And you know, you don't have to do this 83 times like I did. I just kind of like to worry over it and get it looking how I want. And you can, I'm probably jiggling the camera a lot by doing this. Anyway, like I was saying, I like to worry over this stuff quite a bit. You probably don't need to do it as much as I do, unless you just like worrying about stuff. The whole process, though, is you get the stuff on here and you sand a bunch of it off until you get it to where it looks how you want it to look. And, you know, you just keep going, and you can sand it all the way off if you want, and you can put more back on if you want. You can, you know, change colors. The maple and the dye work really, really well together. So, okay, so that should be the last course of the dye that I'm going to use. And we'll sand it back until we get everything looking good. One thing that we noticed was this patch here is the flamiest bit, and it looked the coolest. But there's some of this area here, it doesn't have quite as much flame. You can see a little bit of it poking through. So we're probably not going to go as light as it was in that picture that I showed y'all. But we'll get it as close as we can and still have it look like we want it to look. So we'll wait a few minutes and we'll start scuffing that back. Okay, so this guy is looking pretty cool. I sanded it with that little Ryobi mouse sander. It's not quite as aggressive as a standard orbital sander, so it works really well. And we've stained the top on this guy numerous times. That helps out a lot as well. We also did the back a little bit to kind of give it that same similar denim feel. Once we get this sealed up and the burst goes on here, I think this is going to look really cool. Look, my hands are all blue. So if you guys have any questions about what we did or the products that we use, please leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, why don't you go ahead and do that now. And I'm supposed to remind you also to hit the bell icon, whatever that is. So let's see, if you appreciate content like this, you might want to go check out our Patreon page. Even $1 a month helps us out a lot, bringing you cool videos and techniques like this. If you can't do that, we totally get it. And even if you can, feel free to share this video as many places as you like. So in the next video that we're going to do on this, I'll show you what the sealer looks like on it and walk you through some of that process. So stick around for that one. This is Matt at Texas Toast, reminding you that if you're so smart, build it yourself. That's what I do. Thanks for watching, everybody.